hot topic. The WNBA, the players of the WNBA have declined a 400% increase in salary. So this would have took the base salary from 66,000 on average to 250,000. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Again, the WNBA, the players have the decline of 400% increase in salary. Excuse me, which their base fee was 66,000 to 250,000. Let me know what y'all think about that in the chat. Excuse me. I'm accustomed to paranormal. With all Diddy has done, and she couldn't get nothing to stick, she may be lying then. Again, she could be telling the truth. She could be telling the truth, but again, there's a time limit when you trying to do things on the law side of the game, and that's just the way it is. The only thing that doesn't have a time limit is murder. Everything else has a time limit. Has a duty. Shout out to Rowan Jack. Has a duty paid for the missiles. And I know what you mean by the missiles, bro. Pause. I know what you mean by the missiles. Yeah. But yeah. So they declined that. Their biggest thing, for what I've heard the lady speak about, was the revenue sharing, right? They want more on the revenue sharing. They want their revenue sharing to look similar to what the guys get in the NBA. They saying they don't want the same, but they want it to be similar. In my opinion, I don't think they deserve the revenue sharing, mainly because it's a failing business. And if you have a failing business and it still haven't turned a profit, but if you can make a profit on something else, which is the revenue sharing, because I kept the business up to float, because I fronted the bill for all these years, when we get this extra boost, I don't want to hear nothing about this money, because I'm the reason why we even have a league financially. You are the talent, but I could find people to play the game. So me personally, I don't think they deserve the revenue sharing. Now, do they deserve a pay increase? I think they deserve to get what the sport generates. Every other sport gets what the sport generates. The reason why you see NFL, NBA guys get the money that they get is because the sport generates it. Simple and plain. What are we talking about? You can't get something just because you do something. Like, imagine if we really lived in a world like that, y'all. Imagine that. Imagine the thing that you do so well and you're skilled at it and you get paid top dollar just because somebody else does the same thing that you do, basically, but they can't do it the way you do it, how you do it, the flair that you do it. People actually buy into what you do. And you think they should get the same amount as you? No, you're going to feel a type of way about that. So me personally, if this sport fails to pack out the arenas, fails to have merchandise, if they continue to have a business that operates at $44 million loss every year, then you don't deserve a pay increase. Now, if the business was generating that type of funds and that type of revenue, then of course, then that makes sense that everybody make this money on. I'm all about making the money on. But again, if you have a failing business, I can't think of not one company that fails in business. They're like, yeah, I know we're $44 million in debt right now, but I'm going to increase your base salary from 66,000 to 250,000. But you're going to turn that down, though. That makes no sense. That makes none at all. So being that they turn this down lets me know that this league could really be coming to an end, because this is going to come to a serious lockout. Most of these young ladies cannot miss out on $66,000, let alone $250,000. Let's keep this all the way real. I don't feel bad when most of these women say, "Oh, $70,000, $80,000 is not a lot of money." You lost your mind? How many people in this country make $80,000? Not a lot. Not a lot. Only maybe 22% make about over $100,000. They said right now, If you have $10,000 in your bank account, you have more money than 90% of the population. And let's keep it real. All these players don't play in New York. They don't all play in LA. They play in places like Atlanta. They play in places like Indiana. These type of places are friendly when it comes to cost of living. Some of these places are Texas. It's friendly in the cost of living. So that means you could get a very nice place for $2,000 a month. You could get a very nice car for $1,000 a month. That's $3,000 right there. What more do you really want? But if you want more, you have to do more. Simple and plain. I've never heard of a business failing and people are turning down a pay increase. And the business been failing. So this is not great strategy by the WNBA players, in my opinion. And at the end of the day, it's just one of those things that they're going to find themselves losing out big. They're going to lose out big from this. And they're going to regret them missing out on this money, in my opinion. I really do believe that. I really do believe that. Shout out to Rowan Jack. Shout out to Rowan Jack. Again, gift in the chat. Harvey Weinstein was a great American hit. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. I know you saying that to be funny. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Shout out to Rowan Jack. Always showing love and supporting the show. Yeah, Down syndrome, you're a weirdo. I wonder if your girl think I look like Brittany Griner. But shout out to you though, weirdo. Trash ass joke. Martin. Okay, you another weirdo. Monica, I don't know the people actually watch. I don't know people that actually watch the WNBA. That's a valid point. That's a valid point. And again, here's what they have to really understand. All major sports in this country, soccer, college football, NFL, NBA, they all take, I don't want to say advice, but what we feel as the viewer, they include in what we want to see, right? Football does it, basketball does it, all these sports do it. The WNBA just refused to do it. They're really having a serious problem as far as marketing their sport. The people who watch the WNBA the most is men. You have more women than men in this country. So obviously you're marketing the game all wrong. And the guys who watch the WNBA watch it because they just like watching basketball. But again, when I watch the guys play, at some point I know somebody going to get dunked on. I know it's going to be a fly alley coming out of nowhere. I know a crossover is going to be so gut-wrenching where a dude touch earth and the player's going to step back, hit the three-point shot. He's going to do something so athletically, that's so athletically gifted that I've never seen before. The WNBA has to find their strong points in their game. And they have to learn how to market their game to the people that they want to grow with the sport. So for them turning down this money is not a great strategy in my opinion at all. At all. Rowan Jack, you funny. What about PWHL? Shout out to Batman in the building. I watch the WNBA for betting reasons. I'm not gonna watch it because it's all women. Why would I do that? I feel you. When I go to the basketball games, right? And I live in Florida now. I moved to Florida. When I go to the NBA games, because I live near an actual arena. When I go to these games, there's a whole lot of women there. Whole lot of women. Place is packed with women. Again, the WNBA has to find out who they're marketing their game to. And they should take this money. They should take this money. It's just not it's just not strategic and it's not benefiting their league, especially if they're going to go to a lockout. Shout out to Patrick. I'm making money off the WNBA. I feel you. I feel you. I mean, honestly, the WNBA games is not hard to call and to catch, as far as like in the betting world, whether it's money line or whether by points. It's not a hard one to call. So to me it's a safe bet. It's a good bet. They may be L's that are fans. I like. Okay, shout out to Gordon in the building. Appreciate you tapping in. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Stars reportedly lost $42 million and over 410,000 U.S. subscribers in the last 3 months, partly for the main show, BMF Season 4 underperforming. And yeah, so this is what they claiming from that. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Me personally, I think Stars been on a downslide. The way Stars run their network and channel is terrible. It's been terrible. Like that's be all the way funky. In the last 10 to 15 years,